Hello, what's up, guys? This is TS Football Broadcast. We are back here with another video. We are recapping Sunday's XFL games and shenanigans. So, starting off, we're going to talk about the LA Wildcats at the Dallas Renegades. Hold on, you a drink before we talk about this. Sorry, I'm going to need energy because this game was deader than fuck for most of it. First, both starting quarterbacks were in their first game. Landry Jones was in for the Dallas Renegades, and then Josh Johnson came back from injury. So I was a little more optimistic about the Wildcats, if I remember right. I don't know. Going into this game, I was like, Wildcats could do something. Renegades, I was like, the Renegades are kind of going to be shit, I think. The first drive for Dallas... to Dallas. They throw a load to Badette, who got hurt because of him not being able to protect himself. There's a throw to Nagel that was behind him to make it 3rd and 6. And then there's another throw, which was thrown away. And it was inaccurate. And then they punted. So Landry Jones immediately opened up the game by fucking up. By just not being good. Then Josh Johnson and the Wildcats popped in. Fair catch at the 15. Hood ran for 2. Hood was good for 3. Johnson hit Whitefield on 3rd and 5 for a first. Then Hood lost 6 on first. He got 5 back on the impending play. And then Johnson hit Spruce for another first down. Then they jet sweep it to lose 2. And then Whitfield drops an open throw on 2nd down, or open, Johnson throws a good throw, but Whitfield drops it. And then 3rd and 12 was a throwaway. It was perfect defense, not much he could do about it. And then it was a punt. Now, I may sound extremely biased at this point, but as the game goes on, I will tear both these quarterbacks' assholes out. Trust me. Sorry, I need to keep my energy up. This game was a snooze fest to this point, and it keeps being a snooze fest to the end of the first, as there was some penalties. There's a 51-yard punt that was dropped by Dallas, and then Landry Jones decided he was not going to suck for a play, and then he hit August for a gain of 28, and then he missed a shot to Parman when it was open. A couple flags later, he avoided a sack, hit Dunbar for 5, screen hits for 12. I thought this was a really good play call by the Wildcats to catch the Renegades off, this was a good call by the Renegades to catch Dallas off guard. And then Dallas has another penalty, and it's infinite wisdom. And then Landry Jones throws a pick straight to Miller. Now, this should have been his second pick. I didn't talk about his first pick yet, but that one should have been picked. This one was picked. And they've also been running all passes up to this point. And then for the Wildcats, Johnson to Ross, run after catch, cost the first down. And then there's a backward pass to... There's a backward forward passing to Storm Norton. Yeah, excuse me. And then that got him into the red zone to end the first quarter. And the first quarter ended 0-0. And I'm thinking, okay, second quarter could be a little bit better maybe. Probably. I don't see how it can get worse than 0-0. I mean, it wasn't terrible. And then at the red zone, first down, Hood runs for a couple, Hood fumbles, and they get a holding penalty, but it was denied because Hood fumbled and it was recovered by Dallas. And Dallas runs it for the first time in the game. It took them till the second quarter to realize you cannot run your offense through Landry Jones. Now, I'm not a huge Wildcat fan, but holy shit, their coaches makes me question life. I forgot his name. I'm sorry. I'll probably remember his name later and be like, oh, that dumb fuck. I don't know. Anyway. So, yeah. So Jordan he like perfect throw to Parman for a first down, and then they run a draw on first down. So to this point, I was like, oh, Jones is doing decent, and then Price promptly decides to fumble it. The Wildcats recover it, and Dallas gets a holding call because why the hell not? And then this is the third drive to end in a turnover in a row. Now, this is the point where I'm starting to get like, holy shit, this is going to be bad. And then Josh Johnson gets sacked on back-to-back plays because his line is as leaky as Collender. I didn't have that scripted, but I thought of it, and that's how that happened. And then, yeah, sorry, I lost what I was thinking. All right, now I remember. Landry Jones overthrows first down, and then second, he overthrows first and second, and yeah, it was really bad. And then he strikes Parman for 9, and then Dallas got a holding penalty, which leads to a 3rd and 20, which leads to a punt. And then Josh Johnson did do something pretty cool. He backfoot throwed it to Nelson Spruce for a first down. Then Hood ripped off 11 as an RPO, which I think the Wildcats need to run more RPO. And then Nick Novak ended up hitting a field goal at the end of that drive. 3-0 Wildcats. So we're at 3:16 left in the first half. It's 3-0. Yeah, I was thinking this was going to be a really bad game, to be honest. I was like, holy mother of God, there's no scoring. I was like kind of starting to lose my excitement at this point, which is why I've been drinking Mountain Dew to keep my excitement up. Because even looking back on it, I'm like, wow. Okay, and then Josh Johnson says he needed to keep playing. I quoted that because I liked it for some reason, I guess. And then Landry Jones ran it for a first down. Lance Dunbar dropped a screen on the pursuing drive. And, yeah, just didn't execute, you know? But then Jones hit Price for 15, and it was forgotten. Renegades get a flag. Jones misses a wide open receiver on a check down. Nothing new. Oh, holy shit, what'd I do? And then they got flagged for delay of game. And then they had to kick a field goal. And McGinnis gets it, so it's now 3-3. And then LA took a knee to end half. Now, this is some of my halftime notes. Or my halftime note. Bet Dallas I wish I had Cardale Jones instead of Landry Jones. Trade the Joneses. That was supposed to be, I think that is, I don't remember why I put that, but I think it was supposed to be a little bit of a joke at Jerry Jones. Because Cardale Jones was way better than Landry Jones, even in the first half. Now let's get into the second half. Now, LA opened this up with a Johnson to Jenks connection for 18. And then Johnson saved himself from more scrutiny by recovering his own fumble. And then Johnson missed a big shot in the end zone after a hood run. And then Johnson missed Nelson Spruce in the end zone, so he missed just shots. He wasn't making the deep ball. And then Nick Novak, in his amazingness, his former San Diego Charger-ness / LA Charger-ness, missed the 50-yard kick, which I'm not killing him for, except the fact that they would have gotten the lead and it could have helped the game. And then, Landry Jones tried to run it, but he rolled because he sucks at sliding, LOL. I did not like his little thing he tried doing. It was funny, but it was like, you suck so bad. And then he slinged it to Will Smith for a pick on the next play. And after Payne got first down, here are my exact words. Jackass Reed leads to two. Oh, that was on the pain play. That was on the pursuing throw. Because there's a guy on the opposite side of the field wide open, and Jackass reads it for 2 yards. And then I guess as an art Jackass. I just. Okay, Jackass Jones Reed is how we're going to call him. So you got Cardero Jones and Jackass Jones. That's how we're going to address Landry Jones when he plays from here on out. I don't think he's a bad dude. I just think he's a terrible quarterback. He's a jackass on the field. So I'm just going to call him Jackass Jones for the remainder of the episode because I had to watch that entire fucking game, and it was not fun. Not fun to watch him. And then Johnson slinged it to Jennings for pass interference. Pass interference. There's also unsportsmanlike conduct. So, yeah, there's a lot of penalties starting to rack up. So, I'm just like, to this point, I'm like, it's 3-3. Ton of penalties. And then Josh Johnson pursues to have his pass dropped in the end zone. And then he almost throws a pick in the end zone. And then he hits Brandon Barnes on a third down conversion. Dallas defense has a face mask. This is where I get a little excited. I'm like, there's going to be a touchdown. And then Elijah Hood gets down to the 1. Hood fumbles it on second down. It's recovered by Martinez of the Dallas Renegades. And I proceeded to bash my head against the wall. I did not stop. I never stopped. It was terrible. I was like, are you kidding me? And then, as much as I don't like Jackass Landry Jones, he did throw a beautiful 39-yard ball to Crockett. And then on the next play, the defense, in a good scheme, has the safety stop the screen. And then he overthrows it, and it's almost picked. And then on third down, he hits Price on third down for 15. And then he got sacked on second down by Reed. 3rd and 18. Deep shot, wide open. Overthrew it. So we go back to Jackass Jones instead of Landry Jones. And then Automatic McGinnis gets it good from 45. And then Johnson throws it to Smallwood. And then, you guessed it, Hawkins, Dallas, pass interference. And then at this point, the most exciting part of the game occurs. Todd Gurley and Melvin Gordon hype up Spruce and Dunbar. I forgot Lance Dunbar and how did I forget Spruce's name? I've been talking about him like half this episode, it feels like. So they have so Todd Gurley hypes up Spruce because they're former teammates. I thought it was kind of beautiful. And then Melvin Gordon, I think, hyped. I don't know what Melvin Gordon's doing there. It's more like Todd Gurley's hyping him up, and then Melvin Gordon's like, hey, I'm here too. Kind of like the Chargers, an afterthought. Oops, I did not mean to roast Melvin Gordon. And by that, I mean I kind of roasted him, and I was like, okay. And then, so yeah, now at this point in the game, 6-3, with the Dallas Renegades leading. And then red zone for the Wildcats, incompletion to Rhodes. And then Johnson throws a dime to Smallwood for 9. Now, it's 1st and goal. After Johnson ran for that first down. So it's 1st and goal from the 7. Smallwood drops a TD, but the coverage is great, so I'm like, okay, he dropped it, but it's also good coverage. And then Johnson hit Spruce for a 1-yard touchdown. And then the 1-point conversion was picked off by Donatello Brown, which that's a good name. Wildcats lead 9-6 to this point. Now, you may be looking at the box here, and you may be looking at this and wondering, what the fuck happened in that fourth quarter? Well, I'm going to tell you. The Wildcats sacked Jones on first down, and then Jones on 3rd and long evades a sack and hits Crockett on play action as well later. And then the defense got neutral zone fraction. And then, I can't remember. I can't say his name. Payne of the Dallas Renegades carried him to the end zone. And then the 1 point was good, so it was 13-9. We're starting to see a little bit of offense here. And then Jones whiffed it on second, almost threw a pick on 3rd down. And there's 3 and outs, all throws, and punt needed. And then they go off sides, and then Dunbar runs it to the red zone. Then the Renegades, Dunbar hits it for 9. He then gets the first, and then the defense offsides penalty gets declined. Then Landry Jones hits Parman for a touchdown, and then the run gets stuffed. Now it's 19-9 Dallas Renegades. And then the kickoff was returned by Carter to midfield. Johnson, he just slings it for a touchdown. At this point, I'm like, it's offense. It's offense on both teams. So Johnson just slinged it to Spruce for a touchdown. 3-point conversion. Flag on defense. It's a 5-yard line 3-point conversion. They hit it. 1918 Dallas, or 1918 LA leads, or Dallas leads, excuse me. And then the kicks returned by Dallas to their 40. Payne runs for 16. Jones to Badette becomes a thing. And then Payne just pounds the rock amazingly. He gets another touchdown on a 17-point run, and then they fail at a 1-point conversion. And then Johnson slings it incomplete, out of bounds, all his fault. And then he overthrows it, and he's almost picked off on 4th, which at this point, it's like, who cares? And it was game over right there. Dallas won 25-18. Here are my final notes on the game. It was fucking sloppy. Did you hear how many times I mentioned penalty? I was like, penalty, 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 penalty. There was too many goddamn penalties. They need to be more disciplined. That falls on both the coaches, who I've forgotten the names of, because if I did, I'd be slurring their names really bad, I'm sure. Sorry, guys, I needed a drink to calm down after that. Another one. Bad quarterback play. Did you hear how many times I said overthrow, underthrow, miss, targets, and stuff? It was not good. Both quarterbacks were bad in their own right. Johnson had his moments. Jones had his moments. Jones was a jackass most of the game, and Johnson was a pumpkin half the game. Overall, they both need to improve if they want to keep jobs. Now, here's what I thought about the coaching, other than the fact that the teams are sloppy. I thought the play calling wasn't terrible. I thought they had really bad execution, which I think partly falls on the coaches, partly players. But the play call itself, I didn't have a problem with on either side. There were some plays where I was like, but overall, nothing stuck out to me where I was like, what are you doing? Unless it was Jones throwing the football. Oops. So, yeah, like every play the Dallas Renegades ran. And then my final note, it was a fucking turnover parade. We'll get into some beautiful stats, because I love stats so much. So here is, after hearing all of I've told you, okay, so Artis Payne had 99 yards, 2 touchdowns. I didn't roast him too hard. Landry Jones, 28 of 40, 305 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. It could have been 3. It really could have. It should have been 3. Parman had 76 yards. Badette had 53. Crockett had 57. Parman caught the lone touchdown as well. And yeah, Parman was targeted 11 times, got 5. His quarterback's Jackass Jones, so it's not a big surprise. Defensively, there were 2 sacks. Okay, there was 2 sacks by the Renegades. I thought there was 3. There's also 2 quarterback hits, both of them coming from Robinson of the Renegades. There's 4 tackles for a loss, 1 from Marnie. Hawkins got 1, Robinson got 1, and Rivers got 1, who also got a sack. Davidson had the other sack, and then forced fumbles. There was 1 that was Kira, and they had 2 fumble recoveries, oddly enough. They only forced 1, but got 2 recoveries by Adwuzi and Martini. Now let's get into the Wildcats stats, all right? Woo, Wildcats. Hood, 10 attempts, 31 yards, longest runs 11 yards, no touchdowns, 2 fumbles. No, not acceptable. Johnson, despite the awful despite the awfulness, 18 of 34, 196 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Now you guys are probably thinking, wait, didn't he throw a pick on that one play? Yes, he did. I don't think they count picks and turnovers on conversion attempts. And if they do, the official XFL website's wrong on his stat line. And in addition to this, Spruce had 6 receptions for 89 yards, 2 touchdowns. He was beautiful. No one else on that game in terms of receiving of note on the team. Defensively, they had... Okay, maybe they were the ones with 3 sacks. No, they also had 2. Reed had 1, and he also had a tackle for a loss and a quarterback hit, with Stevens having 2 quarterback hits and Sean Oakman having a quarterback hit. And then Mays had a sack. He also had 2 tackles for a loss. And then Will Smith got a pick, and Miller got a pick. And Taco forced a fumble. Yes, Taco forced a fumble. It was recovered by Howard. I was gonna make a taco joke out of that, but I couldn't think of one. So D's for both teams. No, I'm kidding. I will talk about them more during the rankings. All right, let's get into Battle Hawks at Roughnecks. June Jones versus Jonathan Hayes. I thought this was a pretty good coaching battle. Kickoff was returned by Houston to the 28. P.J. Walker opens up with a check down, and then Hawley gets it to the 43 with a gain of 11 on a throw, obviously. And then Sammy Coates, in his amazing talent, drops another ball. And then Phillips gets it for 9. And then Walker decided to be sneaky, get a first down. And then this was a missed opportunity by the offense. Sammy Coates caught a touchdown on the next play. But because of illegal touching the offense, or because Coates went out of bounds a little bit, but it was called back. So it's Lewis. He's almost picked on 3rd down, and then Costello kicks the field goal to make it 3-0 Roughnecks. I'm thinking, holy shit, points in the first quarter? I have not seen this in a while. And then the Battlehawks get to their 29. Jones runs it. They run a 1-yard jet sweep. Pearsonell, and then Tamu to Pearsonell gets the first down. Sorry about that. And then Tamu slips on a fake, and you're thinking, oh crap, and then he runs and gets 7 yards, which is the highlight of Tamu. And then Jones runs it for a first, and then Tamu hits Humphrey for 27 yards on almost sack. He just slinged it, and they got lucky. And then they were stuffed on first down, swarmed down second, and then Tamu hit Russell, and then there was a flag for the formation, and then third and 15, Tamu hit Jones on a screen for a touchdown. 2-point attempt, the ball was tipped at the line for no chance. 6-3, Battlehawks lead. At this point, I am shocked. I'm like, there are points on both sides in the first quarter. This is competitive. Holy shit. And then from there, the Roughnecks proceeded to return it. Golden Boy, P.J. Walker threw it behind Nick Hawley, who caught it anyway because he's good for a first down. And then Golden Boy had a beautiful fake, got Lewis open for a 33-yard gain to get him to the red zone. And then their running back Williams ran for 10, and then he got stuffed. And then P.J. Walker shoots an absolute bullet to Cam Phillips for the touchdown. And then 2-point conversion, Walker gets flipped, and he's just short. 9-6 Roughnecks. This is good football. This is the football I want to see. And then, for some dumb reason, on the next drive, they threw Nick Fitzgerald in at quarterback for a play for the Battlehawks. Read option failure, 4th and 1. King punts it really high, and that was kind of cool. And then Walker hits a dump off on 4th and 6 to end the first quarter. End of first quarter. These are my thoughts at the end of first quarter. This was just the first quarter, guys. Keep that in mind for you. I thought it was a hard-fought, well-matched game. I think RPO and balanced offense were the key to Battlehawks' success. And Cody Brown licks it off and gets it to the one. Oh, okay, I see. So, Walker got picked off by Cody Brown on a pick. I think that's Tamu. Yeah, it's Tamu. Sorry, guys, I got lost on my notes because they were kind of scrambled, like Tamu. So, Tamu got picked off on a hit to the arm. Like, his arm got hit while he was throwing. So, he got a pick, and then Cody Brown ran to the one. And then Butler ran in for a touchdown. 2-point tempo was no good. 15-6 Roughnecks. And then Tamu just shoots Russell a good first down throw. And then he hits Washington for the check down, but it turns into a first down. And then Matt Jones runs for a first down. Then Tamu decides, hey, I want to do that too. And then Jones gets stuffed on fourth down. This was one of their worst drives. 10-play drive, no points. And then Walker hit Hawley for 20 yards, and then he proceeded to underthrow it to Phillips. And then legal contact flag to defense gets him a first down. And then Walker almost throws another pick. Or a pick, I mean. Maybe another pick. I'm losing it. He evades the sack and then just runs for a first down. And then he has a super accurate throw to Phillips. And then Butler goes for 12, and then he hits Phillips for a touchdown. 1-point conversion from the 17 is almost picked up, but it ends up being no good. 21-6 Roughnecks. A kick is balled by Humphries, but he gets it to the 20. And then a magical 3-and-out. And then here were some of my notes for the end of the half. Besides there being a flag on illegal block to the back and Battlehawks taking the knee. Walker is a magic man getting out of sacks. Now, this continued through the game, but especially in the first half, he could have been sacked 4 or 5 times. Every time Magic manned his way out. Battlehawks needed to run the ball better and throw it downfield more to succeed. And the defense needed to contain Phillips and somehow slow down Walker. They actually ended up doing the Walker slowdown. And they ran the ball better. And they sort of did the downfield more. Now, before the third quarter, I realized something. Greg Olsen is wearing a fucking suit. I couldn't handle it.